Good morning, and thanks everybody for coming out to visit with us today. Welcome to the St. Louis, Kansas City Carpenters Regional Council headquarters. My name is Al Bond. I'm the Executive Secretary Treasurer of the Carpenters Council. I also want to thank Adolphus for joining me here today. He and I represent a large membership in St. Louis, and we're proud to. We were disappointed by the decision last month to pull the plug on exploring a public-private partnership at Lambert Airport. There was some criticism surrounding the issue, but we're more interested in moving forward rather than focus on drama. This is not the end of the line. Our airport still has needs. We have 1,000 acres of unused land, $900 million of projected capital requirements over the next 10 to 15 years, an underutilized runway, almost $700 million in debt, and serious capacity issues. That's why we cannot let this decision be the end of the road. We're calling on the City of St. Louis to make public all documents produced or received by the working group. We're submitting a sunshine request today. The public deserves to see what's possible. If the city won't see the process all the way from the start to the finish, we can all interested in coalitions to submit plans anyway. We're calling on them. Folks that have been working on this, spending millions of dollars, we're calling on them to send in their proposals. The city should welcome such proposals with open arms. How can we say no to the plans we haven't even seen? We want the public to hear directly from the people who turn possibilities into reality. Citizens deserve to see if this can be accomplished, have a voice, and ultimately have a vote. We still believe the revenue from the lease could be a powerful way to address the needs of the city and its residents. A public-private partnership is the only way to generate a stream of revenue that will benefit city residents without raising taxes. We also believe a public-private partnership would generate economic development that would benefit the entire region in generating thousands of jobs. I'm a carpenter. I represent carpenters, and we like to build things. We want to build a St. Louis that's better for all of us, and with that, I would like to introduce my friend, Adolphus Pruitt. Thank you, Adolphus.
Thanks, Al. Of course, my name is Adolphus M. Pruitt II. I'm the president of St. Louis City NAACP. You know, a little bit over 2 decades ago, Focus St. Louis Task Force concluded that unequivocally the economic playing field is still not a level one for people of color, particularly African Americans, that a child raised in a segregated neighborhood more likely than not would have limited access to good schooling, social mobility, and economic opportunity, and that the issue has not been a regional priority commanding the attention, resources, and problem-solving skills of people from every sector of the St. Louis region. If you fast forward to 2020, you find that the conditions in North St. Louis have gotten even worse. North St. Louis City has roughly 4.5 million square feet of publicly owned vacant buildings, 28.5 million square feet of publicly owned vacant lots, and ironically, at any given period of time, 30% of the children who live there are homeless. According to a report recently issued by the Interdisciplinary Environmental Clinic at Washington University School of Law, along with the Environmental Justice Roundtable, they found that many of the negative health impacts cited in their report was directly related to the proximity of people to the vacant properties and industrial sites, They also found that more than 90% of the city's vacant properties are located in majority black neighborhoods, according to analysis of figures maintained by the St. Louis Vacancy Collaborative. In addition, Washington University recently did a study that showed that more than a dozen North St. Louis neighborhoods have high rates of childhood asthma. Recently, the Center for Economic Studies released a report called Opportunity Atlas, mapping childhood roots of social mobility, and it supports the fact that a child growing up under the current conditions in North St. Louis is a predictor of the adverse outcomes that that child will experience as an adult. Let me be perfectly clear. To address those issues is going to take a substantial amount of resources that are unencumbered, and the only way those resources we feel be generated is from some form of public partnership that would transform not only Lambert, but also provide the impetus and the resources to transform North St. Louis. We're extremely pleased with the fact that we're working with the Carpenters Union to make sure that all proposals have a fair, airing, and impartial review by the citizens of the city of St. Louis. You know, at the end of the day, we feel and we're confident that any investment into Lambert Airport should also address the issues that impact North St. Louis, that those investments would turn out to be some of the greatest benefits that this region can ever have if we can create a vibrant North St. Louis. Thank you.